Well, it seems the government is doing exactly what I thought they were gonna do. They changed the numbers when it comes to GDP. You know, the thing that tells us if we're in a recession. Remember, just a couple of months ago, or I think actually, was it like a month ago that I said, watch out, you know what the government's gonna do. They're telling you everything's great, there's no recession, even though you see with your eyes that there is a recession, and then they're gonna come back and say,
well, we looked at the numbers and, yeah, they're different than what we told you initially.
And look where we are today. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. Also, check in the pinned comment and in the description. I have a newsletter. It will give you tremendous value. And if you need any financing for commercial real estate, I'm your guy. I've been doing financing for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. Doesn't matter if it's purchase, refi, cash out, duplexes, anything investment, real estate, I can do the financing for you. But let's jump into this, guys. This I can't make this up. It is getting too easy, guys. I knew they were gonna do this. I knew that the government was gonna tell you one thing, and then they were gonna come back and say, well, actually, after we did the numbers, we actually are in a recession.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? It was just a matter of time.
I knew they were going to do that, and that's exactly what they did. The U.S. economic growth in the first quarter was milder than initial readings. Who would have ever guessed that? I mean, you go to the grocery store, you go to the gas station, everything is high. I mean, when you can put 5 items, ragu sauce is $20, bacon is $30, when you put 5 or 4 items in your cart and it comes to $100, yeah, there's something going wrong.
Not my department.
And all of these guys are telling you,
well, everything's going great. This is the strongest economy that we've had in years and years and years and years. Oh.
They're telling you everything is great, but then they're rehashing numbers 2 to 3 months later when no one's looking. That's the point. Today's video is sponsored by Private Internet Access. Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. They never record or store your user data, and their no-log policy has been proven multiple times in court and by a third-party audit by Deloitte. A VPN, for short, is an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel, and Private Internet Access does this for you. They also do some other things, such as working with all major streaming services, and maybe you want to go onto Netflix and watch those old American Pie movies. Guys, look, I recommend this because I use it when me and my wife go on vacation. We go out of the country and we use it for Netflix all the time so that we can watch our movies that we have saved here. Private Internet Access is available on all platforms. Here's the thing, you can use a subscription to protect unlimited amount of devices at the same time. Crazy, right? So of course, I was gonna give you guys a deal. If you sign up using my link below here, you will get an 83% discount on Private Internet Access, guys. You can't beat that. That's only $2.03 a month. And guess what? You will get 4 months completely free. Go ahead and click that link below. Now back to the video. The reason why they released these numbers is because initially people were looking for these numbers. They were like,
oh, let's see what the GDP is. Let's make sure.
And then after they give you this high number telling you everything is great, then they come back 2 to 3 months later and they go, yeah, we revised the numbers. Let's just slide it underneath the door. Let's not worry about that. How about we focus on the next numbers that we will artificially make high? But let's continue. It says, consumers eased up on spending in the face of rising prices and high interest rates. Well, that's easy. Everybody knows that. When things are super high, nobody wants to buy them. Again, if it costs $60 to go to Popeye's Chicken, who wants to go to Popeye's Chicken anymore? Damn. It's a fast food place and everything is high. Everything, guys. That's the point. Inflation is through the roof. But then they're telling you, oh, guys, listen. Even though inflation is through the roof and it's high and everything, houses are unaffordable, all of this other stuff. But guess what? Everything's great.
What the hell are you talking about?
Economy growth slowed more sharply earlier this year than initially estimated as consumers ease up on spending and rise in prices and high interest rates. U.S. gross domestic product, which is GDP, adjusted for inflation grew at 1.3% annually in the first 3 months of the year. The Commerce Department said on Thursday that was down from 3.4%. It's a little slip. And below the 1.6% growth rate reported last month in the government's preliminary first quarter estimates. And guys, look, it's right here. I'm not making it up. I promise you. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, Orlando, it's not as bad. I mean, what is this?
What are you trying to tell me?
The data released on Thursday reflects more complete data than initial estimates. Released just 1 month after the quarter ended, the government will release another revision next month. See what I'm talking about, guys? They're gonna do revision after revision after revision after revision. And next thing you know, next year, beginning of January, they're gonna say, we were in a recession, guys. We just didn't know it, but you knew it. When you go to the grocery store, when you go to the gas station, you tried to buy a house and it was 4 times more than what you initially thought. When property taxes are going through the roof, when insurance companies are saying, yeah, $20,000 a year just to insure your home. You don't think anything's going on? That wouldn't be any type of red flags? When you try to go buy a car now and prices are through the roof. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? So what do I know, right? How did I know that they were gonna revise it? Because that's what they always do, guys. That's what they always do. It's always, hey guys, look, here's on a platter. Here you go, here you go. 3.3%. We're having the best growth that we ever had. Oh, guess what? Here's the revised version, 1.3.
Man, I'm dead.
It's ridiculous. It continues to go down. And I told you guys it was going to happen. This is just too easy. This is what they do. This is the reason why I say, hey, listen, even the information I give you, the information that I'm giving you, just all you got to do is just go outside. Leave your house. If you go outside and you actually live in this world and not some other universe, you will see that this is not going well. Who's hiring now? Is it taking longer to get jobs? Oh, yes, it is, Orlando. It really is. Is it hard to buy a house? Yes, it is. Are groceries expensive? Matter of fact, Orlando, now that you say so, it is. Is gas extremely high? You got me again, Orlando. But then they're telling you, but everything's great. The revised data may be harder to dismiss. Consumer spending rose at a 2% annual rate, down from 3.3% in the fourth quarter and 2.5% in the preliminary data for the last quarter. And measures of underlying demand were also revised down. Did you guys hear what they just said? Measures for underlying demand were also revised down. Everybody knows demand is down. Everybody knows this. Demand is down. You're hearing it from me. Demand is down. That is the whole point of these GDP numbers. It shows demand and people spending. Demand, of course, is down. That just comes with the territory. If the GDP is lower, then obviously, I mean, they go hand in hand. They're holding hands together. An alternative measure for economy growth based on income rather than spending cooled 1.5% in the first quarter from 3.6% at the end of 2023. And I said this, guys, and I keep repeating myself over and over and over. That's the reason why I say these corporations are loyal. And I say that you need to look out for you and yourself and your family. You need to put you and your family first before any of this stuff. When I saw the reports months ago, when I did that video, when I said, hey guys, listen, I know everybody's telling you GDP is great and the consumer is super strong. They're lying to you.
I used to look up to you, man. How could you do this?
People cannot find jobs. People are getting laid off. If corporations are firing people, what does that mean? Does that mean that everything's strong? Now, and it's not just one corporation. It's multiple. We're coming from a time where there was help wanted on every building, every business. Last year it was.
It's like actual work.
Everybody was paying top dollar for help. Now you could barely get a job. You have to put in 100 applications just to get one call back. And they're not paying, and they're laying off. And here's the thing, here's the funny thing. Wage growth is not increasing. So if the price of ragu goes up $30 and you're still making your current income, you're losing money.
Quick math.
Inflation remains stubborn. Consumer prices rose at a 3.3% annual rate in the first 3 months of the year, slightly slower than the preliminary data, but still well above the federal long-run target of 2%. Listen, I keep telling you guys, the Fed is just not gonna do anything. They're just gonna stay on the fence. He's gonna keep saying,
I'll wait till the data comes in. I'll wait till the data comes in. I'll wait till the data comes in.
and then when the data comes in, he won't do anything. That's just what it is. He's not gonna drop rates, guys. I know everybody's waiting for this guy to drop rates. It's not happening. If 2% is his goal, 2%, what did I say what happened with the 2%? I said, you know what? Getting down to the 5s or 4s, that's easy.
Insanely easy.
Getting down to 2%, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be sticky. Those were my exact words. And so what is the government saying to you today?
Inflation is pretty sticky. It's harder than we thought.
That's what they're saying to you. It's harder than they thought. And I told you guys this a year ago. Late to the party, as always. But hey, listen, rather late than never, right? And like I told you guys, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, guys. And I hold that to it. And look, I'm just gonna add this at the very end, just a little cherry on top on this video. Look what we have here. In an economy that is going downward, where people don't wanna buy homes, where people are like, I don't know. What do mortgage companies come up with? 0% down mortgages return. What could go wrong? That Morningstar reports one of the biggest U.S. lenders is offering 0% down payment mortgages for first-time home buyers. So they're saying to you, hey, listen, we know these prices are high, but how about we give you a deal? How about you buy the house that is unaffordable, that is really high, that is overpriced, but you won't have to bring any money down? What possibly could go wrong with that? Where have we seen this before? I mean, if only there was an event that happened years and years and years ago that we could go back and say, this is not it. We shouldn't do this. Maybe if we could only go back. But you know, listen, I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? You don't have to listen to me. But 0% down mortgages. And let me tell you this. If you get a 0% down mortgage and you think you're gonna get the best rate ever, you're gladly mistaken. You're wrong on that. It's going to be one of the highest rates that you could probably get because the risk on the lender is higher. So you're going to be like, I got my 0% down, but guess what? I bought an overpriced home that was probably worth $300,000 and I bought it for $500,000, but also I'm paying 8% on my rate. Isn't that what we want to avoid? I always preach, let's care about price before we care about interest rate. And then you go ahead and you jump into an interest rate that is higher and you overpaid for the home. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but guess what? We'll be here for it. So hopefully you got value out of this video, guys, but we all know you won't get all the information you need off of this one video. It won't. Guys, listen, this one video won't do it for you. You got to watch this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property, and I promise you the information you get from those videos, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.